That's awesome. That's a good one. Oh, hey guys. Welcome to another episode of the Disneyland Vlog series. How come we're not at Disneyland? Well, it's because I'm going to be showing you guys some photos that I took from my previous episode of the Disneyland Vlog series, but that still doesn't answer the question. Why am I here? Well, it's because, one thing, I am filming for my special YouTube series called Shaun Allen Films, the Educational Series. If you guys want to check that out, link is down below, or you click the annotation to check out my YouTube channel. This is actually a character that I play on my YouTube channel, YouTube series. Its name is Professor Word. Again, if you guys want to check out that series and maybe subscribe to it, click the link down below or click this annotation right there, and you guys can check it out, and yeah. So I thought for today's episode of the Disneyland Vlog series, I was going to show you guys my pictures that I took in the last episode of the vlogs. Now, if you guys haven't seen that episode, go check it out. Basically, what I was doing in that vlog is I was taking photos for my photography class. So this was going to be for my finals, alright? And I needed to have a special theme for my photos. So, since that was the assignment. So the theme that I chose for my photos was theme park attractions. So the previous day I went to Universal Studios Hollywood, I took pictures over there, and after that, the next day, which was when I recorded the vlog, I was at Disneyland taking care of the photos for Disneyland. And that wasn't the only thing I had to do. I had to go home and take care of all the processing and all the chemical work for the photos, and I had to print them. It was a lot of hard work, and I'm now going to show you guys the end result of, or I should say end results of the photos. Now, keep in mind that these were done on photo paper. I'm going to try to somehow show you guys on this vlog what kind of pictures I took for the photography class. Now, I only had to choose 6 photos. I believe I chose 4 photos out of this stash, and I think I chose like 2 from a Universal Studios Hollywood photos, because a lot of them didn't come out so great. But these came out really well, and you're about to see them right now. So let's get started. Alright, so this first photo is, of course, myself, like, getting ready to go. I'm all excited. I knew I was going to have some extra pieces of photo left around, so I just decided to use one up, and here I am. This is actually inside my bathroom. I don't know why I did that. I just thought it was funny. Now, this is the transportation vehicle that takes you from the parking structure or parking lot to the Disneyland Resort. I wanted to get a really cool shot of this because, you know, I don't think many people really appreciate these vehicles as much as I do, because they're kind of neat. They kind of resemble the old Monorail 5 look, because that's what they look like. Because if you remember the old monorails, they used to be all white with like a colored stripe running down the middle. Well, that kind of looks like the monorail, and I hope they don't change them, because this is kind of like a memory of the Monorail 5. The next photo is, of course, the entrance to Disneyland, or the Main Street Station. That is the front of the Main Street Station. That's where you're looking out towards the area where you have the Mickey Mouse flowers and the entrance to Disney's California Adventure, which is like right across from Disneyland. And the next photo we have is the backside of the Main Street Station. This is the area where you go inside the actual building. And they actually remodeled the whole place. If you haven't seen it, it's actually really good. They actually did a really nice job. I don't know how much they actually remodeled, but it looks really nice. It still has some of the same things in there from before, but it's really nice. I remember they had it closed for a number of months. They finally reopened it, and that was actually kind of neat. Now, this is, of course, looking down Main Street. This photo came out a little bit, like, off a little bit. Like, the colors weren't so great. On this one, it came out a little too gray. But as you can see, the Disneyland Castle is way down there in the middle, and over along the sides there are the basic buildings and little shops for Main Street, and it looks pretty good so far. You know, it looks a little crowded, but it wasn't that crowded that day. It was actually rather surprising. I was actually surprised it wasn't that crowded. So here's the next photo, and I think you guys are really gonna like it. Now, this is, of course, the classic Walt Disney with Mickey Mouse picture with the Disneyland Castle back behind them. And this one I actually submitted to my final, and I did pretty well on this one. You can't tell from this angle, but the two characters, Walt Disney and Mickey, are pretty much in focus. But if you look at the background, in other words, the castle, it looks rather blurry. That's because I wanted to have Walt Disney and Mickey Mouse in focus, but the castle a little bit blurry because our focus is on Walt Disney instead of the castle. So it's kind of a neat little picture. Now, for some reason, this picture got a little bit darker. I don't know if this was exposed incorrectly, but it looks like there's a little bit of a circle of grayness in here that wasn't here before, so I don't know what exactly happened. So there you go. This, of course, is the Disneyland Castle, and you have to get a picture of this to add it to your Disneyland Pictures collection. I think everybody, when they go to Disneyland, wants to get a picture of being in front of the Disneyland Castle. It's really, really neat. This is a side view of the Disneyland Castle. It's not really a side view. It's more like a 45-degree angle of the Disneyland Castle. I wish I could have gotten more in the shot, but as you can see, that one of the turrets wasn't captured on film. But oh well. But at least you can get the idea of the castle, and you see the drawbridge, and you can also see some of the plants in the back and the foreground here. And it's really nice. Now this, of course, is the entrance to the Snow White Scary Adventures ride. And if you look really closely up above, there is the Evil Queen. She is up there in the tower looking down at all of the guests and tourists that are walking past. I don't know if anybody really really looks up there anymore, but she's still up there. This is another photo of the exact same thing, only this one came out a little bit darker, so I wasn't really happy with this one. I think I had the settings a little wrong on that one. Here's a photo of the Dumbo ride, and as you can probably tell, this one didn't come out so great. This actually came out a little bit darker. So in the next photo, you're going to see it a little bit better. There it is. As you can see, we have looks like 4 Dumbos in that photo, and they're flying, as you can see. I actually like this picture a lot because it was kind of neat. I think I should have panned down a little bit on the camera because there's a lot of sky above there, so yeah, that's a flaw in this photo, so I didn't really use this one. Now this next photo is really rare because you don't normally see the teacups not working. In fact, what they normally do is they have it all walled off so you can't really see inside the attraction, but let's take a look at this photo. So as you can see, here is the teacup ride, and you see the various teacups and also the decorations around there. And if you notice the image here, it looks a little bit tilted. That wasn't for the effect I was going for, but when my professor saw this, he was acting like this could also represent the Mad Hatter, because if you know from the Mad Hatter, he's mad and he's a little crooked. So there you go. Anyways, that's the Mad Hatter Tea Party ride. It's very rare that you can actually get a picture like this, because normally you would see people inside of the cups or outside the cups or getting off the ride and people in the lines. But this was really cool, and plus it looks like there was like nobody in this area, so it was great to get this shot. This is, of course, Monstro, or the entrance to the storybook land when you're on the canals. And I don't know if you can really see it, but up above there on his head, there's a little water spout that's spewing like this mist, where it's supposed to be like water coming out of his hole. And yes, Monstro's, of course, the whale from, the evil whale, I should say, from Pinocchio. Nice teeth, by the way. I hope he flosses them. And here, of course, is the majestic It's a Small World attraction. And I have to admit, this one actually it looks like this one has a little bit of brown in it. I don't know why it came out that way, but again, I've had these photos out, I think in the sunlight or something, but anyways, once again, I'm trying to get photos of the different attractions, and unfortunately, I didn't add this one to my photos that I sent in because I felt like like if you see above here, actually you can see it right now, there's a little bit too much sky. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more of the building instead of this little area of sky. But as you can see, this is It's a Small World attraction. I think it was running at the time, and there was nobody there because the park had literally just opened, so it was like perfect. Now this next picture, you can actually see that the clock is running, and it's about to depict what time it is. I believe I took this picture at 10:45 because I had to literally wait 15 minutes later for Toontown to open. So I think I took this around 10:45 a.m. And as you can see, all the different characters there are roaming around the clock, and you know, having that little fun little music there, and you got all the other decorations there. It's actually kind of a neat little picture. Now this, of course, is Mickey's house. And I am actually very upset about this one for a number of reasons. One, you see those trash cans there in the front? Yeah, it would have been better if those weren't in the picture. And two, if you look up above there on the mountainside, you can actually see the words on town. It's actually supposed to say Toon Town, but the T-O there at the beginning of Toon were covered up. It would have been better if the word Toon was there, because then it would actually look pretty cool. It would say Toontown. So, but anyways, this is actually kind of a neat little photo, and I like it. It's pretty cool. This next photo I had to send in because it was just so hilarious. This is, of course, Goofy's house. And Goofy's house, as you can see, it looks really goofy. It's going in all different directions, and if you look over there to the bottom left of your screen, he crashed his vehicle into his own mail post. Yep, careless driving. I hope he has good insurance. Now, I'm sure you guys have been watching this, and you're looking at my photos, and you're saying to yourself, wow, it looks pretty empty there. How are you able to get these photos when when it looks like there's nobody there? Well, the reason is because I got there early. And normally, when I get there early, you can actually get shots that normally wouldn't be able to be seen on a certain video or photograph. But there are other times where there were people in the shot, and I just waited for them to clear out so I can get it. Sometimes that's very difficult because every once in a while somebody would come strolling past me. In fact, I remember there was one time where there would be a certain shot, and literally someone would walk right in front of the camera just as I'm about to take the shot. And I'm like thinking to myself, you're such a rude person. That's what I felt like saying. But luckily I didn't say anything to them, and I just let them go. That kind of got annoying after a while. But, you know, the life of a photographer is a tough one. This next picture is at Autopia. And as you can see in this photo, the cars are lined up here ready to go. It looks like it's not even open, but as you can see there at the very top of the picture, there are some people there. And you're asking yourselves, well, where did I get this shot? This is like right near the exit for Autopia. And yeah, I actually walked up the exit line. Nobody stopped me. I just took this picture and was on my way. In this photo, it's a little bit interesting. We have the Moonliner rocket and also the pizza port. The Red Rocket's pizza port. Whoops, I should be making that mistake because I made a Mealtime at Disneyland episode. In fact, here's the link right there. Click on it if you want to watch it. Or don't watch it yet because we're not finished with this vlog. But anyways, let's continue on. Now this photo would have been great. Unfortunately, it has a lens flare. This is, of course, the Space Mountain attraction. And I think it was open at the time when I took this picture because if you guys remember, Disneyland got a few violations for public safety. So they had to close this down temporarily to fix those changes, and I think this was open at the time when I took this picture. I don't exactly remember. Now this photo I really liked. This is a photo that contains not one, not two, but three attractions. In this, even though it looks like it's two, it's actually three. That of course is the Matterhorn in the background. Right there in the middle ground is the submarine voyage, and over there to the right is supposed to be the monorail. It's interesting because I have another picture just like this, only it's in color and it actually has the monorail. In fact, here's that image right now. Bam! Yep, that was kind of the shot I was going for, but didn't happen. Oh well. In this photograph, we are showing the Finding Nemo submarine voyage, and right there is the Explorer submarine. Now, if you look at the previous picture, I believe, yes, in the previous picture, it says Nautilus on the other one. So I had to get that one in the shot because Nautilus, of course, is from 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. I wanted to get this one because Explorer is supposed to be a really neat submarine. In fact, they're all neat submarines. Who am I kidding? And that right there in the middle of the photograph is the monorail track. And now we're in Fantasy Fair. Now, I know I've made errors by saying it's Fantasyland Fair. It's actually Fantasy Fair. So, if you guys are trying to get at me for saying Fantasyland Fair, there, I just corrected myself, okay? Anyways, this is supposed to be Fantasy Fair, and as you can see in the photograph, it's actually a little bit crowded, so I had to get these people in the shot, and there was no way of getting around it, but it looks like it's pretty nice in the shot. This next photo, I'm really pleased that it came out really well. It's, of course, the Mark Twain. This was literally taken from across the lake. I used a zoom lens on this one, and I basically was focusing directly on the Mark Twain riverboat, and it really came out really well. And you can see in the background there the peak of Big Thunder Mountain. This one I'm going to quickly look at. It's of course the Pirates of the Caribbean fountain, and it's a very interesting photograph because it's just looking at the plaque, but it doesn't show where the water is going. It could be going anywhere. It could be going into someone's mouth or into a toilet, but it's actually a small fountain. It's got this little spigot near the bottom of the photograph, but anyways, there it is, the plaque for Pirates of the Caribbean. Now, I don't know what this photograph is. Can anybody tell me what this is? It's kind of freaking me out, too. Okay, look, I know it's the Haunted Mansion, alright? I'm not that crazy. So yeah, this is like right in near the front entrance to the Haunted Mansion. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get a better shot because if I did, I probably would have gotten the gate in the picture, but I didn't really want the gate. I wanted to just get the house. I wanted to have this really neat shot where you were like down near the bottom of the ground and having it like having the camera tilted up and making it look like the house was ominous and huge and scary looking. Unfortunately, with this camera, I wasn't able to get that shot, but oh well. And this, of course, is Splash Mountain. As you can see right there, there are some people going down on a log to their doom. Yikes. This one didn't come out so great, but as you can see, that's Splash Mountain. I was going to say Big Thunder Mountain, but no, that would have been inaccurate. So that's Splash Mountain, and let's continue on. I actually took 2 of those pictures, okay? Look at that. It's exactly the same. This one, when I saw the Mark Twain from a distance, I said, oh, I gotta get this shot. And I literally ran to get this shot, and when I got it, I was like, yes, this is a neat shot. This looks like I'm taking it from the dock of the Davy Crockett River canoes, but I'm actually taking this picture at the bottom section of the Hungry Bear restaurant. And yes, I did record an episode of Mealtime at Disneyland at the Hungry Bear restaurant. Link right there! See it? Right there? Actually, it's a notation. Here, okay? Click it, click it, click it, click it. No? Okay. Let's continue on with this vlog. Anyways, this is on the Rivers of America, and as you can see, that's the Mark Twain, or at least the back part of the Mark Twain. And there are the Davy Crockett River canoes, and it's really a nice shot. It looks like you're in the wilderness, literally. That's the cool illusion about photography, because it looks like we're in some other portion of, like, America or something. It doesn't look like we're at Disneyland, where it looks like we're somewhere else, but it's at Disneyland. Now, this shot was rather interesting to me. I saw it from a distance. I'm like, that'd be a cool, interesting picture to get. This is the sailing ship Columbia, and as you can see, these are this is the top portion where the masts are, and I saw this peeking out above the trees and all the bushes, and I thought that'd be a very interesting picture to get, because it looks so unusual. You know, you have all these trees and things, and you see these ropes and straps and things, and I'm like, yeah, that's a neat picture, so I got a picture of it, and there's the end result. Here's another view of the Haunted Mansion from the right side. This is actually looking at it from, not within the lines, it's actually outside of the lines for the Haunted Mansion. Now, these next few photos might look a little strange, but I'll just go through them very quickly. This is the entrance to the Tarzan treehouse. Doesn't look like much, but yeah, it's unusual. And that guy's head's poking out there. This next photograph might be hard to figure out, and I'm just going to tell you what it is. This is supposed to be looking up at the Temple of Doom, or not Temple of Doom, what am I saying? The Temple of the Forbidden Eye. This is the Indiana Jones ride. And again, I was able to walk into the exit line and get this shot very easily. They had literally 2 cast members standing there, and I just walked right past them. It was like, okay, yeah, very interesting. And this one is looking out towards the Jungle Cruise. And I don't know if you can see it, but right there near the middle of the picture is one of the Jungle Cruise boats. And that's all I can say about this picture. It doesn't look like much. It looks like, well, it literally looks like a jungle. Okay, we're about done with this vlog, so stick with me. This, of course, is the Disneyland Railroad. This is the E.P. Ripley over the bridge for the Main Street station. Now, I wanted to get a picture of it coming into the station, but here's what happened. When I was trying to take the picture, the button got stuck, so I literally had to wait for the next train, which took 10 to 15 minutes to get to the station. And I took a picture of I think this is the number 3 engine, and this is it pulling into the station. The quality of this one came out alright. I think the darkness is a little too much on this one. And here's the last picture, and it's the darkest of all of them. It's the last photo, and it's the backside of engine number 3 for the Disneyland Railroad. And that is it. Those are the photos that I took for my photography class. Remember, I only took 4 of these to my photography class for my final. And if I remember correctly, I can show you guys which ones I took. I took with me to my final Walt Disney with Mickey Mouse in front of the Disneyland Castle picture. The teacup ride, that was one I took in. That one got a lot of attention because of the teacups. The picture of Goofy's house, I took that one in for everybody to look at. And the last photo that I took in from the Disneyland stash of photos was the Mark Twain photo. And I think out of the 4 here, I would have to say that I really like this one a lot because I think it's really, really neat. And I'm glad this one came out. It's superb. It actually came out really, really well. So there you go, you guys. Those are the photos I took, and I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Alright, guys, that's it for today's vlog. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time for another episode of the Disneyland Vlog series. See you guys next time, and have a magical day. Goodbye! Hey there, you guys. Shaun Allen here. Thanks a lot for watching Disneyland Vlog number 9. If you guys like this video, please be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. By the way, let me just point out that this vlog is really late. In fact, my last vlog was uploaded on July 7th, 2013. And even with that vlog, it was late because I recorded it back in March. March? No, actually, it was back in May, so whoops. Anyways, if you guys want to see that previous vlog, all you have to do is click on the video over there on the left side of the screen. That is Disneyland Vlog number 8, and I'll be showing you guys where I got my photos. Plus, you'll be able to see the exclusive Iron Man 3 exhibit that was held in the Innovation Center at Disneyland, over in Tomorrowland, I should say. And it was a lot of fun. I got to see some really cool stuff, including all of the Iron Man suits that were used in all 3 Iron Man movies, including the Avengers. So be sure to check out that vlog. And what is that video on the right side of the screen? Well, that happens to be the very first episode of Watch Your Grammar. And believe it or not, that's the series that I was talking about in today's vlog. So if you want to see that series, go ahead and click on the video and you can watch the first episode. And there's going to be 11 episodes that will be featured on the Educational Series channel, so good segue to my other YouTube channels. If you want to check out my other YouTube channels, please be sure to check out Shaun Allen Films, the Educational Series, and Shaun Allen Films, the Vlog Series. The links are down below in the description of this video, plus you can check out the official Twitter and Facebook pages dedicated to the Disneyland video series. Alright, you guys, well, I am recording this audio for my end slate at 11 o'clock at night, and I am really tired, so I'm going to go to bed and catch a few Z's. So, have a magical day, everybody. I'll see you guys next time here on Shaun Allen Films, the Disneyland video series. Bye-bye.